And hey, how's it going? So, last time I got scrambled running around Twin Peaks for a while. I think I'm going to skip to the Oil Mountain. Somebody said I needed something from Oil Mountain. I think, no, they said I needed one from the other peaks, but it can't be it better not be the one I already been to. I mentioned it in Discord that I'd be starting earlier today. Oh, maybe I should have made a general announcement. Yeah, anyway, I've been thinking about it a bunch, and doggone it, game, you know what I mean. Look, if you're going to pop up a message thing, and I click on it, give me the message. Made a spare one by accident. Will make your camp heal more. Okay. What is in this little paper bag, I wonder? There it is. A gauze hammock. A hammock made out of gauze? Seems a perfect thing for patching up your wounds while you sleep. Interesting. Let me see. That falls under... oh, here it is. Cool. Well, that's neat. That'll help when I get beaten up, which happens all the freaking time. So, you know. We still have a lot of mountains here that haven't been identified yet. You'd think we could just wander off and climb them, but no, the game's like, nope. You gotta discover them. Somebody's gotta point them out to you and be like, over there! Do that one! Ah, well. Hi, Tom. So, we're gonna start by doing the oil one. Then we'll get back to this. I have a few ideas based on the tips that were shouted at me in chat last time. I still don't know what exactly to do about the stupid library. I've searched and searched it, but I'm going to try mucking with my potions and equipment and see what I can do. Just jack everything up to the max. Pushing down on... oh my gosh, I have to climb a mountain covered in oil! Still not as bad as what frickin' Joestar had to do in Season 2, though. Man, he had to really climb oil. Still pretty bad. You look up the peak at the signal pyre. The whole mountain is groaning and creeping with the pressure underneath it. There are geysers and puddles everywhere. And they seem to be some kind of evil intelligence. They form into threatening fists and obscene gestures whenever you look at one for too long. Oh, maybe it's not oil. Maybe it's just that goop from, Ganon. If you're going to get that pyre to the pyre alive, you're going to have to lower the pressure somehow. You're fighting an oil slick. I could do fire damage, but what would happen to the mountain? What if I just set the whole mountain on fire and waited? Just backed up and just waited. Probably nothing good. Oh wait, no, the whole mountain would be the signal fire. Job done! A slick of oil seeps from the ground in front of you and ripples happily. Oh, that's better. I was under pressure, and I needed release. Not to be crude, of course, but you know how it is. Oh, I don't, because I'm not an oil slick. A bubbling crude. Ah. Makes me think of Weird Al and the Beverly Hillbillies song he did. This is a beautiful, magically animated crude oil. It's bubbly, but not like a happy sorority girl is bubbly. More like a cauldron of boiling poison is bubbly. Cooking ingredient. Usable. I see. Oil can, oil can. Oil can what? Oil can beat the crap out of you for making crappy puns. The, puddle says, starting to rise. Pfft. The rumbling of trapped oil beneath you quiets a little bit. Looks like killing that oil slick dropped the pressure a little. I don't know, man. That's a lot of pressure. Okay. I don't know how beating up oil that's already on the surface alleviates pressure, but okay. There we go. The oil seeps out of the ground in front of you, burbling evilly. Well, come and fight me then. You say, are you a lubricant or a lubricant? Huh? No, I didn't say that. That was horrible. Hey, wanna fight? It'll be a gas! Get it? Yes, and now I'd like to give it back. Gas. That's what we in America call petrol, for some reason. Or maybe the some reason is the British calling it petrol. Why you call gas that? We've read that one before. We've seen that ad. Moving on. Doesn't seem to be any events or strategy yet. That can't be right. Surely there's something here. Maybe I should just try cooking with the crude. There's got to be something more to this place. Oops, that one was a new one. It said, sweet, I'm finally out, and then something, but I didn't see. You killed that slick with grace. The pressure of the peak drops a bit. Kill that oil slick real quick, Rick. And the oil pressure of the peaks drops a few microboes per mercury. I'm just picturing microscopic David Bowies running around a thermometer now. It's a very strange image, actually. Bubbling crude in front of you gets a little less bubbly and a little less crude. Keep it up and you'll have the peak clear in no time. I'm guessing that this is just step one to a larger adventure on this peak. We're almost under 100. We're now down to 80. It's getting there. I have a lot of adventures. I can keep this up all day. Come on. We're just defeating an entire mountain. Oh, you'll bet you're gonna try and fight me now. After that pun, you're right. Just punning back and forth with these. $31.7. 19.02. Okay, look, there's no pressure left. There we go. Current pressure, very low. That's it. That surging oil finally drops in pressure enough for you to get up to the signal fire. There's a steady burble of crude oil underneath the pile, and the flammable fumes simmer about it. You bang a couple rocks together until you get the attention of a passing interstellar ship, which lights the pyre for you with a photon beam. Wow, that was super. Like, after the first one and all the craziness there, and the second one, that one was just really straightforward, actually. Wow, okay, well, I don't see anything I can really use. Where's all the crude oil? There it is. Is that it? Is that the only thing I got was crude oil? There's nothing else new. Just crude oil? The oil doesn't congeal into anything good. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not paying super attention to my level. I'm just exploring the world and wandering about. I'm perfectly happy to burn all my adventures today in like a level 5 area. As long as it's a cool and interesting place, like that's what I'm here for. No, you can't combine. Okay, there's bubbling crude under cooking. But you can't mix it into alcohol. Okay, fine. am I supposed to use crude oil for? What would it mix with? Cube, hot winged bean burrito, lemon, a lich's eye, mega tofu, mountain stream soda. I could try mixing it into the open sauce. No. Alright, alright. We could try to boil a lobster in oil. No. Alright. What do I want this for? What if I put scrumptious reagents into you? No? Dough? I have no idea what to do with bubbling crude. I'm not seeing anything that jumps out at me. Oil painting smells like oil, right? Am I remembering that right? Do I pour the... No, that doesn't make any sense. Ah, jeez, I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. I didn't expect to be going back to the Twin Peaks so soon, but okay. Okay, alright, here's what we're gonna do. Alright, let's look over our equipment. So I had a couple ideas. I should probably sell some of this stuff. So, we're trying to find a way to search that room better. Now, I don't think hit points or weapon damage or damage absorption or even, I mean, cold resistance might help in Twin Peaks, but not in the room. I need a thing that lets me eat more. Eat more Oreo stat. Oh, look at this. There's a bugbear costume. Oh, I need that. Or searching, really. I could take stuff that affects my combat initiative. Maybe a higher initiative would let me search faster. That's possible. Muscle might help. I guess we can go with muscle for the moment here. Doubt that'll help much. I could do item drops. I tried putting 2 crude oils together. Nothing came of it. I tried that. That was the first thing I tried. Spell damage. What about a rice peeler? Spell damage. Boost to monster level. No. Regenerate. Doggone it, minus 10% again. A shovel to help me shovel through the contents of the pantry. Weapon damage, oversized pipe, sleazy. Giant turkey leg. Monsters will be more attracted to you? Oh, critical chance. That might be the trick. Oh, but this one just says plus all attributes plus 3%. I mean, the problem is this is a multi-handed item, and I might want... an offhand... Whoa, everything's... Oh, because I'm equipped to a two-handed one right now, don't I? Fine, we'll go with the fork. Find more meat? Maybe. 10% more meat? Maybe. I don't know. Never did find those flies. I doubt it. Alright, let's see. Pants! stench resistance, damage absorption. I bet stench resistance helps me do the one that I already got. Yeah, you know, to peel your rice. Very important. You've eaten rice before, haven't you? You know that at every time you order Chinese food, there's a guy carefully peeling each grain. Okay. Yeah, sure, we'll try that. Hold on. Let's take off all of our awesomeness. No more awesomeness for us. We'll take the barons. We'll take... I could dress as a clown with a badge of authority. Plus 4%. Extreme mittens. Booze drop, maybe. Muscle. Critical hits are still possible. Quest item. I'm still holding on to these. I should probably figure out what to do with those. Alright, fine. We'll put those on for now, I guess. Ow! Stupid combat initiative penalties. Plus 3%. Huh, this one doesn't have an auto pop-up thing. Alright, I guess we're gonna go with these. Okay, there's one more thing we can do before we go back into the Twin Peaks. Our potions. What do we got? What do we got? We got Dread Wax. Gum. Let's see. Wait a sec. What's Sugar Rush do again? Plus 20% combat initiative. Alright, we'll use that. We'll go ahead and double up on it. Seems unlikely, but you never know. Oh, wait, no, down here. Okay, drink me potion. Will it make me tiny? Let you advance. Oh, right, the rabbit hole. Still haven't found the rabbit hole. I'm afraid to use unidentified potions, but if nothing's working, we'll use them. A government. Okay, sure, I'll use a government. Boy, I sure hope something that I've used is good. Only for one adventure. Bah! Fine. Alright, I guess we're gonna go. I'll use deodorant, and let's get a move on. Come on. You find yourself back in the great overlook of the lodge. You heave a tired sigh. You've been wandering. How long have you been wandering this place? It seems like you've been down every corridor and through every room dozens of times. How long has it been since you actually slept? You feel like you've been rubbing. Your eyes feel like you've been rubbing them with sandpaper, and you think something is threatening to hatch out of your skull. It's no wonder. What with the vanishing point hallways and optical illusory carpets, you desperately want a cup of coffee. You desperately want a glass of bourbon. You desperately want to get out of this place. Burn the hotel to the ground. No, I want to solve this thing. You sigh again. You leave the hotel to rub some snow in your face. You'll figure this out. You know you can. But can you do it before you totally lose your mind? Burn the place to the ground? Ah. Okay. Alright, we've got oil. Let's see. Let's just try the pantry again. Crap, it's the same thing it always is. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Hold on, this is different. There's no Oreos here. You walk up and down the aisles, looking at the packages, pushing them aside to check behind them, crouching to look underneath the shelves. You don't find anything of interest, unless you're interested in hot or cold cereals, Post Toasties, cornflakes, sugar puffs, Rice Krispies, oatmeal, Wheatana, cream of wheat, and dozens of jugs of black molasses, 60 bottles of dried milk, 30 12-pound bags of sugar, dried peaches, dried apricots, dried raisins, dried prunes. Well, they say you've got to keep regular if you want to be happy. What happened to all the cream of wheat? Or no, creamed corn. Also, can I please put all of these things in my inventory now? Please? Then, pushing aside a can of creamed corn, you find a small black rectangle. It's a microcassette tape. Well, it's on a food shelf, so obviously this is another type of food. Let's cook it. I have some sauces we can pour on it. The same kind you use to record your diary. I have a diary? Or to send messages to your secretary back at the agency. It's labeled with today's date. You pull the recorder out of your jacket pocket, insert the tape, and push play. Your stomach turns to ice as you recognize the voice coming from the tinny speakers to be your own. From the last time I was stuck in this room? Diane, it's 7:20 a.m. All work and no play makes, oh dear, The Shining. Dun dun. Wouldn't surprise me. It doesn't work if you say it into a cassette tape. You gotta handwrite it. I think the secretary or somebody involved in the development had to hand type all those. They wouldn't photocopy them. Had to hand type that sentence over and over and over for every single language that the movie was shown in. Yeah. What the heck? You hold down fast forward for a minute. You fast forward again. It keeps going the entire length of a 90-minute tape. Wow. Okay. So we go cray-cray. You stumble out of the pantry, unable to process what you've just heard. You make your way down the red curtain corridor to the lobby in a daze. Exit the hotel through the front doors. Rub some snow in your face to attempt to wake yourself up. What is this place? What's happened to you? You open your eyes again, and you're back in the hedge maze. This doesn't particularly seem like an improvement. So, I have no idea. Am I supposed to figure something out? Is that a clue? I guess it's just because I've been in that room so many times. I was sitting there babbling to ourselves. It just says, mysterious. Oh, it's gone. Alright. Scorched engine oil. That's what it was. I have to do something with the oil. Okay. This isn't working. Alright. So that didn't work. I need to do something with oil. Smoky, oily smell. I've got a crap ton of crude oil. I literally, like it doesn't... Yeah, no, the only thing it shows up in is to cook stuff. So it's got to be cooked somehow. It's an oil painting. So obviously I don't throw spices in it, right? Engine oil. How do I refine crude oil? Shit. You know, I have a really wild and eclectic bunch of just random information in my head. You've probably noticed because I spew it out all the time. But refining oil is not one of the processes that I understand. I have literally no idea what to do to refine oil. Or why I'm trying to refine the oil, just because I smell engine oil. It's the only lead I have at this point. Rub it under a poultice? I mean, I doubt they throw eggs into it. What in the world do they do that I can replicate here? A hill of beans? A lich's eye. Obviously, that's how they refine oil. I tried some of these. Testopere? Meat? Salacious crumbs? Video on oil refine. Oh, what's this? Oh, thank you. Abacus helps you track your progress. In what way does it help me track my progress, though? Oh, well, thank you. Okay, so let me get back to it. A video on oil refining, huh? I can't stop my stream just to learn about oil, can I? Alright, let's look for clues here. Cooking ingredient, type usable. This is a handful of magically animated crude oil. It's bubbly, but like a cauldron of boiling poison is bubbly. Do I need to remove the bubbles? Bubbling crude. Maybe there's something I missed over here. Bubbling crude. Bubbling crude. I don't know how to use multiple. It doesn't, you can't, it doesn't work like that. You just can't combine them. Sift it? Sift? Sift how? I tried to use it in my inventory. What the hell? Damn, you should give me hints. This is a Boyd made of oil. If its wing gets boinked, you'll have to noise it back to health. Noise it. I see. It's for making crude things, huh? 3. Specifically 3. Why 3 bubbling crudes? What was the hint? What in the game was my clue? Oh, here we go. 8 oil cap. Huh, I can equip this. Regenerate 2 to 4 MP adventure. This is like a nightcap. If a nightcap were a hat made of night that you wear on your head, so it's nothing like a nightcap. Oil lamp. I'm getting a whole oil set, except it doesn't count as a set. This is a lamp made out of, and also full of, oil. You should carry it around in broad daylight, saying you are looking for an honest man, and everyone who has a liberal arts degree would know what you're talking about. Okay. Alright. Oil slacks. Companionship plus 20. I mean, if you've ever worn polyester slacks, you've worn slacks that were made out of oil. You also were born before 1970 or are a hipster, but that's besides the point. But these are a little more immediate than the made out of oiliness. They're still dripping from light, sweet crude. Oil pan. Oh, hey, cool. It's an oily cooking pan. I mean, usually cooking pans have some oil in them, whether it's olive or canola or whatever, but this one's got basic 1030 weight in it. It'll be a powerful ally in your battle against evil until you whack it on a curb or a parking stanchion and lose it forever. Alright. I'm actually running out. I guess I need a full set. So I went up to 11. So I need a few more. I need more oil so I can complete this set. I need, let's see, we got pants, we got a cap, we have a weapon, we have one accessory. No, we don't have any accessories yet. This is definitely, I just need to get a full set of oil equipment, I think. Okay. Oil pan. Oil lamp. Oil pants. Okay, alright. Whoa! This is what we needed. This is it. Didn't even say it was part of a set or anything. Okay, that was some weird stuff. Yay, a new tattoo! Oil on one hand, it destroys the world. On the other hand, it allows us to experience the glorious agony of watching the world be destroyed. Stupid, pretentious artist. That's an ugly tattoo. That's the worst. Alright. Alright, this has got to be what I needed somehow. I guess I crawl into the painting now. That's got to be it, right? Must be. Come on. Come on, give it to me. Bet I'll burn the place down once I've solved the mystery. No? It's the same. That didn't do anything. Alright, let's look it over again. Let's see for a second. Alright, 1 second. Okay, so my clue from yesterday was party DBYOJ. Bring your own J. What is J? Alright. The painting is very dark. As you stare at it, gradually remove details your eyes adjust. It's a woodland scene. 12 spindly leafless sycamore, a small white outlined pool of water. The smoky, oily smell is stronger now. The pool shimmers in the moonlight as you step forward to give it a closer look. It is definitely oil or something like it. You wrinkle your nose at the burnt black odor as you kneel beside the pool and look in. You can't see your reflection in it. The full moon is visible. Outline There's a sycamore trees, otherwise you're looking at a hole in the ground. No? I don't know. BYOJ. That's my clue. Maybe there's more oil things I can make. I don't know. Let's try to do a 12 and see what happens. Ah, I'm in the wrong pile. Okay, so we did 11 last time. Let's try a 12. Jar of oil? Well, it does fit J. Jar of oil. A jar full of oil from Oil Peak. The jar is also made of oil. So is the lid. Okay. I know I said I've never watched Twin Peaks, but the show couldn't possibly be this stupid, could it? This couldn't possibly be a thing that happened in it, could it? Go to another hill, collect oil. This couldn't possibly. It probably is. Somehow the show would have been my clue to mix 3 oils together or 12 oils together somehow. All right, well, let's see if that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's what we needed. This area is weird, man. The painting is very dark, but as you stare at it, you gradually begin to make out more details as your eyes adjust. It's a woodland scene featuring forest at night. Okay, yeah, we've got that far. Something about this acrid, unpleasant smell seems familiar. You puzzle over it for a moment as you idly snap your fingers to the ever-present music. Of course! The Oil Peak! You should have given me that hint the first time I came to this painting. You pull out that jar of oil you collected and unscrew the lid. The smell is like a punch to the face. The same smell, like an engine on fire. You look at the painting again. Then at the table below it, a round silver tray rests atop it, and you're pretty sure what the ridiculous dream logic of this place intends you to do. You carefully pour the oil into the tray, creating an unpleasant black mirror. Your reflection in it is dark. Well, I mean, look at me, it would have to be. Perhaps even sinister. Before you can consider it further, the image fades, replaced with a reflection of bright red curtains. You look up and find that the red curtains now cover the walls of the hallway. There is a part of them to your left, a smoky clarinet solo spilling out into the hall. You push through the curtains into what must be one of the hotel ballrooms. The floor is tiled black and white zigzags, and scarlet drapes cover the walls. A number of people in black tuxedos and white evening gowns are milling about amongst white Greek statues and black leather armchairs. There's also, for some reason, a white horse standing motionless under a bright spotlight in the corner of the room. And I'm just leaving a trail of oil everywhere I go. Ick, slick, ick. Put your hand on people's shoulders. You attempt to mingle, but the guests take no notice of you. The sole exceptions are a man in a tuxedo and a fat man in a bear costume who stop whatever it is they're doing to stare at you. Everyone else is like, just pretend you don't see her. No, don't see the oil-soaked weirdo. Wait for security to drag her away. You quickly turn and head to the other side of the room and take a seat between an attractive young blonde in a black dress and a dwarf dressed all in red. They nod pleasantly at you, smiling. Oh, what's going on here? What's the celebration? Ask my cousin. N? Well, the capital letters are NAR, and that doesn't say anything to me. Replies the dwarf, nodding to the girl. His voice is strange, oddly twisted somehow, though perfectly understandable. The question mark and the Nesuk Imksa? No. The punctuation is on the wrong side, but... Doesn't she look like Laura Palmer? Capitalization is on the... No, you wouldn't capitalize cousin. I don't know who that is. At least You pause and turn to the girl. Are you Laura Palmer? I feel like I know her, but sometimes my arms bend back, she replies with a pained expression. She's filled with secrets, the dwarf adds, rolling his eyes. Yes, I can imagine. Well, okay, I was going to ask you about the bartender, but I think I'll save myself some sanity and just go. You stand and start looking for the part in the curtains of the dwarf. You stand and begin looking for the part in the curtains as the dwarf begins an odd shuffling dance. Okay, when it said part in the curtains, I was thinking like a stage. A part as in like, but anyway, no, it's just where the curtains are cut, or curtains are cut. At last you find the exit, and as you pass through the curtains, you aren't surprised to find yourself back in the hedge maze. You are a bit surprised to find yourself holding something. It's a framed 8x10 black and white photograph, a group shot of the guests at a black tie party, all lined up in rows and waving and smiling at the camera. In front of the crowd, grinning widely, hand raised invitingly, as though the host of the affair is you. The caption reads, July 4th Ball, 1921. You throw the photograph away as hard as you can. Why do you throw it away? I mean, aside from the fact you're getting oil all over it. I don't care. This place deserves it. After what seems like hours, you manage to find your way through the stupid hedge maze. Teeth chattering, you struggle against the weight of the snowdrift to open the side door of the lodge. You finally make it back inside. It wasn't quite what you'd call warm inside, but it's warmer. And at least the sort of chills this place gives you aren't the sort we have to worry about your toes falling off. Time to get the investigation back on its metaphorical tracks. The sooner you get this case solved, the sooner you can get back to headquarters in civilization. Wait, who's that? A short distance away, down the hallway, a figure steps out and around the corner. The bartender? No, it's a woman. And she's not wearing a red jacket. She's wearing a black suit, just like your own. She turns to face you. It's like looking into a mirror. She stares at you for a moment as a cold shiver runs down your spine. Then she turns around and walks back around the corner. Aw, I thought it was Colonel Mustard in the conservatory with the pipe wrench. Didn't you hate it in Clue when you solve the mystery and it turns out the character you were playing as is the murderer? You quickly walk down the hall and turn the corner to see the doppelganger striding briskly away. You pick up the pace and catch up with her, but it's evident that she has no intention of being caught. Soon, the two of you are running full tilt down the lodge's corridors, sprinting around corners, clattering staccato footsteps echoing on the black and white zigzag tile. Silly, you can't catch yourself. You race around the corner, then another. You are double ducks through a gap in the red curtains, and you follow her through, across an empty room, to another corner, down another corridor. You're gaining on her, slowly but surely, eyes narrowed, teeth gritted. You're determined to put a stop to this once and for all. You've found the clues. You've seen enough. You know who the killer is. This ends now. You launch yourself at your Trin, grabbing her around the waist and bringing her down in a diving tackle. All the lights in the hotel strobe wildly and then cut to black. And then, when lights come back, you're standing in the boiler room in the basement of the Great Overlook Lodge. Besides the red glow of the furnace, the only illumination is a bright white spotlight. It shines on three figures, the barman and the midget, standing next to each other in their identical red jackets, and the giant, who, it turns out, is tall but not unusually so. It must have been the awkward visual perspective after all. So, you finally figured out who the killer was. It was you. It was always... Nope. Not falling for that one. I'm not the hotel caretaker. I'm not Special Agent Who's This either. I'm me! And I'm not having any of this. I don't care if the hotel is inherently evil, or if it's full of ghosts, or if it's built on an ancient Indian burial mound, or if it's inhabited by some kind of weird personified spirit of the evil that men do. You aren't going to trick me into being a part of it any longer. The giant smiles and hands you a gold wedding ring. So what will you do now? Well, the second thing I'm going to do is go home and get drunk. The first thing I'm going to do is burn this effing hotel to the ground. You pick up a gas can from the corner of the room and throw it into the furnace, which promptly explodes. You wake up at your campsite, feeling pretty satisfied with yourself. Holy shit, this thing's sell price. It sells for 11,000 meat. +1 adventures per day when equipped. 75% of preventing negative status attacks. The inscription inside this plain gold band reads Shelley, but you can't recall marrying anyone of that name. The only Shelley you know is an 18-year-old waitress at a diner in a town you've never been to. Ah! Alright, let's get this goop off. There we go. Put some real gear back on. You know what, I actually don't super mind if I'm equipping with this pan for now. I'm actually okay with that. I need to change my pants though. There we go. Much better. Alright. And then get rid of all this junk. There was a Shining reference in there. Okay, let's see. We're going to equip the wedding ring because, holy crap, an extra adventure a day? Count me in for that. We're going to equip this because it's awesome. I think the other one, what was I wearing? The silver lapel, I think? Right? I think that's what I was wearing. I don't see anything else amazing. Heck if I know. I've never seen Twin Peaks. I have no clue. Alright, we're done. Ah, sweet, dude. You totally lit all the fires. You didn't happen to collect any rent from my tenants while you were there, did you? Nah, no worries, man. It's enough that you lit the fire so I can get my pizza. I was like getting desperate, you know. I'd already ate all the Cheetos and like 5 bowls of cereal. Hey, you got it back, right? I mean, like most people do. So thanks for helping me out. You can have this. I'm usually too busy staring at my hands to put stuff on my back anyway. Oh, you know who else likes pizza? The Baron of Rafflemfo. Used to be a nice place, but it got overrun by the harshest group of buzzkills I've ever seen, man. They've got like a whole alphabet, you know? Anyway, help him out and I'm sure he'll reward you. Misty Robe. Back item. This is a robe made out of Highland Lord's finest Highland mist. It makes you look all eldritch and spooky without having to constantly lug a smoke machine around. Regenerate 2 to 4 MP per adventure. Mysticality +5. Well, I mean, it's kind of garbage, but... does this mean I can equip it now? Ha 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 ha. There we go. It's the kind of thing I'll always forget to equip, and it's only a single one, but it's good. The protection's good too. It's just good. It's just a good ring. I like it. And after all the pain in the ass that quest was, I mean, unless I decide I want a crap ton of meat. No, I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to sell it. Alright, let's see. So I got my first item that I can put here that's not scuba gear. So that's nice. He told me to go help out. Oh, there it is. The Valley of Rolf. Do we want to do this? Actually, I think we want to go back and report that we finished the quest. No. Never mind. I thought that's where I got the quest from. I must have made a mistake somewhere. Oh, well, it's fine. So, we could go to the Black Forest. We could make an attempt at the sea again. Oh, we could check out the barony over here. Which one do we want to do most? There's never a winning answer with those. It's always, screw you! Take a crap ton of damage. Not the dreaded pencil golem. Keeps taking memos about how it's going to kick my ass and then erasing the memos. Doesn't seem like it's very good at this, does it? A dodecapede. 10. A can of maces. Alright, we're almost through. Crap. Huge rotating blades. Cuts into my scalp, does it? Okay. Another loot token. Another day, another loot token. I have 8. I'm trying to get to 27. I don't know. I kind of want to find out what's behind the doors. You know what? Maybe it's time we did that. Oh, wow. I am healing more now. Look at that. I think... Yes. I think it's time we did the other things here. Let's find out what's behind door number 1, 2, and 3. Doggone it, I must know. Behind the gate of Boris, you find the mighty statue of Boris, the mightiest of warriors of Loathing in the times of old. At the base of the statue, there's a sign. The sign above it reads, "Insert meat to continue." Not enough meat to make a proper offering. The statue of Boris begins to glow. It bends over and touches you with its axe. You gain 7 beefiness. Wow, that's terrible. Alright, Jarlsberg. Oh my gosh, it's the same for each stat. It lets you buy stat points. And the exchange rate is horrible. I got robbed. I got ripped off. Alright, well, let's try the Limerick dungeon. To your battle skills, all should give deference, or at least that would be your preference. But this goblin is crass, so he will hand you his... So you hand him his ass with a witty pop culture reference. A gnoll with a portable toolkit tries to capture you, but you fool it by mociously flaunting your fingers and taunting. You like it, you should have bejeweled it. All at once you're approached by an orc who comes after you waving a spork. With a thud and a squish, well, you make that orc wish he had never dropped. He was never dropped off by the stork. Okay. Alright. This is a spork, which is a plastic implement combining the properties of both a spoon and a fork. Now, I think this would result in a fork with big, flat, dull prongs, but you'd be wrong. That object would actually be a foon. You arrive at a martini booth. Make it dry, you demand of the youth. You get the drink's essence without an... Oh my gosh, I've never seen this word before. Excrescence? Of an olive, a glass, or vermouth. The prizes are terrible, but it looks like they just accepted a ton of limericks from like a message board as submissions in this place. You encountered a sozzled old dragon who is drinking his grog by the flagon. He says, "Who are you, punk? I'm a mean dragon drunk." He attacks you, but you fix his wagon. Okay. So the haiku dungeon's going to be the same, right? This 10 by 10 room is exactly the right size. Gelatinous cube! Oh, it's a fight now this time. Okay. A huge gleaming cube, the length and height of the hall, squishes towards you. You jump at your foe and strike before it's ready. Nice and sportsmanlike. Birds drop from the sky. Your spell did so much damage they forgot to fly. Infinite damage from the spell that they just cast was... That was brutal, man. Well, I got a rusty metal shaft. Okay. I think I'm done with this place. You know what? This was a mistake. I should have not gone in any of that. Let's go someplace else. Okay. You're fighting a XXX prawn. You ever read the manga or watch the anime for XXX Holic? It was a clamp one. Except that the XXX always made it sound like it was something naughty, but it's like, no, actually in Japan, that's just spaces. That's just like blank spaces or something weird. There was another thing. Oh yeah, Hunter x Hunter would always put X's between the words in their title, and it was the same thing. This is a shellfish who's been sucked into the seamy underbelly of adult marine life entertainment. You find yourself hoping his trench coat stays closed. What trench coat? There's no trench coat on him. Ah, somebody remembers it. I kind of liked it. Oh, hey, look, a fedora. There were things I really liked about it, and there was just a lot of weirdness. I really wanted to like Tsubasa. I kept giving it a chance, and it just kept not living up to my expectations. A spam witch. You look into the seductive creature's eyes and feel as if she could make your sword longer, your bank accounts bigger, your waist smaller, and show you the secret habits of barnyard animals. You fight to resist her charms. She's also a Nigerian prince, I hear. A flaming troll. You smell brimstone, the hulking body and dragging claws, the sound of stuff, dude, or you to suck. Yep, this must be a flaming troll. Troll house cookies. Flaming talons. Offhand item. Hot and sharp equal dangerous. Indeed. Lame or noob. Don't. Oh, come on. You should have given him 1 hit point. He is apoplectic about your preference for dubbed anime instead of subtitled, that he can't even smack you. You like dubbed anime? Actually, there's a few anime that have really good dubs. He tries to, whatever the hell that is, you don't even know what that means unless you're immune. He asks you how you mine for fish. He concentrates and stands stock still, his fist clenched. He starts to glow with an eerie blue light, but nothing else happens. You wait for about 30 minutes while he powers up. He smacks you with the Dragon Balls on his hat, but it fails. Uh-oh. Releases a ball of blue energy at you, which knocks you right on your ass. Critical hit. It knocked me onto my donkey. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's blast him for real. Mostly just confuses enemies. There's a scroll with the number 33398 written on it. Unusual. Some dubs are genuinely awful. Absolutely terrible. Some of them, there are many times when the Japanese voice acting is better. And you do get tired, especially back in the day. You get tired of hearing the same, like, is there 10 kids with the same voice in this show over its series? And then you go to another show and you hear that same voice actor doing the same voice for more characters. And, you know, that does, after a while, start to wear on you. But there's a number of really good dubs, too. I personally, like, I could name a few that I really liked. I've mentioned before Photon. I actually prefer the dub to the sub, because I love Photon having this deep, manly voice. It is weirdly fitting for the character, which is absurd because it's a little kid. But, you know, there's a few other just really almost anything that Miyazaki did was dubbed by Disney. They did pretty good jobs on them across the board. Not that the original Japanese is bad on them. It's good either way, but, you know. This innocent combination of shift 6 and an underscore has somehow mutated into a freakish grinning face. OMG! Kawaii! 111 exclamation points. Alright. Bzzzt. Zerg rushes Jew, but Jew panzers it, lol. I feel like I'm reading Mega Tokyo again. Raffle, it tried to beat you into lower back, but missed. No, bad spelling damage. A new damage type is not bad spelling. It's spelled absolutely correct. It's just written in Leet. Leet is a legitimate sub-language. I love this thing. I love this thing. I don't want it to die. Tasty, fun, good rice candy. So, is that it? It's just an internet place. I'm just in an internet forum. Is there anything? Can someone give me meat, please? Nah. Fighting the meat beggar. A meat vortex? Steal some eat from the enemy. See, is there anything I need to do in this area? Uh-oh, what's this? A rampaging adding machine. Misuse of the language in this area is so widespread, so blatant, and so smug that even the calculators are pissed off about it. Take this thing. It's one of the Baron's most trusted and loyal adding machines, but after a while it just couldn't take it anymore. In its rage, it realized that its mechanisms were just complicated enough to achieve sentience. And what better way to celebrate self-awareness than to go on a murderous rampage? It lunges at you, but when you add the vector of its movement to the vector of yours, it misses. It tries to add insult it tries to add injury to injury by injuring you twice, but it only succeeds in injuring you 0 times. Good idea. You hear grinding gears as you feed the 334 scroll into the slot in front of the adding machine. You feed the thing in the slot machine. It starts cranking out, vibrating as gears within its metal belly. Turns its metal belly. Finishes with a loud bang, and a wisp of smoke rises on the top of it. It lunges towards you, but trips and falls in a mud puddle. It's wrong! Someday this hacksaw will be truly elite. Oh, but he's got ways to go. You're not elite hacker. Yeah, it looked like it looked like on my end it disconnected for a few seconds. Hopefully we didn't lose anything critical. Come on, give me more scrolls. I'm gonna change a couple of things. Another one? I see. Well, let's see what's in the box. Bowls of cruddles. If you can put olive oil on pasta, it stands to reason that other kinds of oil would be good too. I see. Yeah. Pastamancy. Okay, let me see. Right. So I never actually used this thing. It was you, right? Okay, increases drop rates. I'll take you. I mean, obviously, this is only one name you could possibly have. I mean, you know. Alright, let me see. You acquire prawn legs. Okay. A lowercase n. Guess that makes him a pro if he loses his n. I see. 1 second. No, wait. I hate to take these off. I don't want to take them off, but if I put on a couple of things. There's another thing here. Where is it? You? No. Okay, there we go. Slightly better. Alright, let's try this again. Bzzzt. Okay, 1 scroll. Toad, you're supposed to be finding things for me. A dragon ball hat. It's terrible. It's the worst. At least throw a meme at me. Okay, we're finding the scrolls a lot more now. Good. We need, I don't know how many of them. Probably a full set of however many there are. Come on. Ooh, bad ASCII art. That's new. Oh, there we go. Fog of Italian. Yep. Man, is this all of them, or do I need more still? There's no way of knowing. I should keep collecting to see if I can get more. Hopefully, we'll find some more bad ASCII art. Got a lot of 334 scrolls, don't I? Do I? Is it over 9,000? Alright, let's take a peek at what we've got here. So, I've got multiple copies of each of these. Unusual, curious, bizarre. $404 can't be made, so it's not that. What other numbers are associated with the internet? We should take a moment to eat. Where's my milk? There it is. Clunk. Giant heirloom grape tomato. I think I should just go with the insanely spicy. That stuff's always good. I can turn regular into spicy with just spices, but I can't make insanely spicy yet. I guess I need extra hot spices or something. Alright, we've got 67 adventures now. That should be pretty good. Alright, so... I could make... Could I make 9,900 and... Could I? Ugh. What numbers can I make? I need a text document. I need to play with these numbers. Alright, let's see. I'm going to type these numbers in. Alright, now let me see what I could do with them. Let's see. Well, if I just added all three of them together, I'd end up with a 1, carry the 2. Okay. A 0, carry the 2. A 4, carry the 1. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Just a 3 and a 6. 63,401. If I add them all together, that doesn't look like anything. Oh, so it's not just adding them together. Then, well, I mean, what would you do from there? Interesting. I end up with a 9. If I added another 30,669, I'd end up with 9,400 and something. What if I added this one? Oh, there's something. That would be a 9, a 9, a 7, a 6. Interesting. So if I added another one, I'd end up with 99799 if I added all three together and then added another 30,669. I'd end up with 99,799. Is that an internet number? It doesn't sound like it. If I could add 200 more, I would have a 99999. But is there a scroll type I haven't seen yet? There might just be a scroll type I haven't seen yet. There might. What if I took the 334 out of it? End up with 465. That's nothing. Okay. Alright, let's try a different tact. What if I added this one to itself? So we end up with a 6. Carry the 1. Let's see. 9. Carry the 1. 7. 6. Okay, we end up with 6, 6, 7. No. You can't. If you add another one, you just end up. No. That number doesn't do anything. If I add another, you end up with carrying the 1, you end up with 3, you carry the 1, you end up with a 1. I could end up with 67,130, but that doesn't mean anything. It's an internet number. It's a meme. It's a joke of some kind. Something. Rick rolls, duck rolls, YouTube poops, all your base, old memes, old internet jokes with numbers in them. I can get 99,799. I can get that number, but that doesn't do anything. What if I added all the numbers together? Like this would become 3 plus 3 plus 4. That'd make it a 10. This one would be 15, 21. Okay, so that's a 24. And then this one would be 26. 10, 16. No, wait. I just lost count. Shit. There's no way to get all 6s. I was already trying adding this to itself or adding this. That's not going to happen. This one is so much smaller. I feel like this is the key to make this whole thing unravel for me. Maybe if while I feed it, I'll get some kind of hint. You're an adding machine. It's a word. It's in leet. It's a word. It's one of those things where you hold the calculator upside down and it spells something, isn't it? Okay. All right. That's what it is. That's what I'm looking at, isn't it? Shit. As a kid, I never actually did that. What words can I make? Yeah, there's a thought right there. Something like that. Unfortunately, that's too many numbers. It's going to be 5 numbers. Just 5. Just 5 numbers, or... I mean, it could go to 6, but I doubt it. I doubt it. It's going to be 5 numbers. Alright. Hold on a second. I need a key. Alright, let's see. So those can be L's. Let me see. So we have B, we have T, we have L. 4s are usually used as A's. 5 can be S. I don't know if 2 and 3 can be any letter. Not sure if 9 could represent anything. Maybe a P or a Q or something? I don't know. Okay, alright. Let's start looking at these and see what words we could make out of this. Oh, you're right. 3 is E. That's right. 3 is E. Okay, alright. So let's see. E-E-A. E-O. Yeah, no, these aren't anything right now by themselves. But we add them together and we should get something. So there's no way I can actually get this to become an 8. So we can't. There's no possible way to make the first letter a B. So that's not it. Our options in the first number are 3, 6, and 9. So E, a lowercase b, maybe? What was 6 again? Crap. No, it can't be a 3 because we have to add scrolls together. It's got to be either a 6 or a 9. What would 6 and 9 be? If I had the first letter, I'd have a clue. G? 6 could be a G? What, you're saying it's not a word? Oh, but that was perfect. That made sense. That it was letters, or not, that the numbers were representing letters. That would have made sense. Shit, is that not it? Oh my gosh, I have no idea what it could be then. If it's not letters, I don't know what I'm doing. Could I make it divide by 0? Doesn't seem likely. It's an adding machine. All it'll do is add and display. We're playing with a calculator in class. Let me ask Windows for a calculator. Alright, let me see. Well, if I add them together, I can't. They'll end up being a 6. Or if I add them more, it's a 9. Oops. No, not getting anywhere like that. All right. Plus. Ah, crap. I screwed it up. Okay, let me see. 334 plus 30669 equals plus equals bleat? Bleat? That doesn't seem like anything. No, wait, no, it's elite. I've got the word elite so far. We can try it. So I feed in this, then I feed in this, then I feed in this. That's elite, right? There it goes. Oh, there we go. It's a different scroll out of the back. Mostly just confuses enemies. What good is that? What good is that? That's just 2 of these. Why would I want that number? How does that help me? The new scroll literally does not help me. How did I get elite? Oh, I just added, it was this one plus some of these. Yeah, that's all I did. I don't know what I'm supposed, what? I am thoroughly boggled. Valuable, isn't it? What would that do? We'd end up with a 5 here. Can you do that when I wrote elite? I don't know. Ugh. Ugh. Well, let's see what I could do with 668 as a base. Although, really, it's just 2 of the first scroll put together. I mean, it's not really... Yeah. Yeah, I made elite. That's right. And then it gave me 668. And then I didn't know what to do with a 668 scroll. So I offered it the 668 scroll and just kind of ate it. $1,002. What would that do for me? We'll do it again. But this time I won't waste the special scroll it gives me. These kind of supposedly super simple puzzles that make my head hurt. Okay. Oh wait, you're saying that I can't add 3 numbers together. Oh, I cannot add 3 numbers together. I thought I had just added 3 numbers together. Okay. Because I've been like, what's going on? Okay, now I understand. So I put in this. And then I put in this. And then we get the elite scroll. Okay. It just didn't let me add 3 numbers. Okay. This is a scroll with the number elite written on it. Weird, dude. Okay. I have an elite scroll now. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could add it with the only remaining scroll that I have. What would I end up with if I did that? Let me see. I'd end up with a 5. A 6, 7, 4, 6. That doesn't help me any. You read the mysterious runes on the scroll. Shazam kablooey, an uber hacker, an uber elite hacker stands before you. What do you desire? He asks you. You have no idea what he actually just said. Money, power, nubile girls of Loathing. I guess I'll take whatever you're giving, sir. Whatever, noob. He vanishes in a puff of logic. Hitchhiker's Guide. A hermit script. This is a scroll which contains a sequence of incomprehensible characters organized into sets of curly brackets. Oh, it's programming code. And a stat script, which has the same thing on it. Okay. Huh. I have coding now. Now what? Now that my head hurts a little bit. Forcing me to read leet. Oops, I was gonna try to use a thingy on you. Oh. I can't punch the programming into that thing, huh? Drat. It's quest items. You read the mystic runes on the hermit script and feel the fabric of reality begin to alter around you. A message briefly flickers on the scroll. The hermit has been hacksored. Clover count +1. Clover count? Oh well, I'll take my +1. You have been hacksored. Enjoy your newfound abilities. Well, I mean, that's hardly a word. Probably you can now trade for 1 more 10-leaf clover a day. What 10-leaf clovers? What? Oh. Oh, what hermit. Oh, man. Oh, let's not go back there. 'Twas a silly place. Alright. Should we hunt our nemesis, do the Black Forest, or, you know what, let's... I'm kind of tempted to have my ass handed to me by the old man in the sea. I mean, I'm a little bit more powerful now. Why, is what in your feed? It's funny. The back item doesn't actually have a power like the weapons and stuff do. Because I'm always in your feed. I'm in everyone's feed. I don't know, did you watch one of my idle game videos or something? Who knows why YouTube recommends anything to anyone? God, for the last few days, like every time I try to go on YouTube, it recommends literally 2 rows of videos I want nothing to do with. I'm like, what is all this crap? What did I do that you want me to watch this, YouTube? I'm an obscure nobody on YouTube. I just do live streams and stuff. Right now it's Kingdom of Loathing. That's not your thing? It's a weird-ass parody fantasy game I've been playing. It's fun. At the end of every day, I have my character drink until she's unconscious. Because you gain stat points from drinking. That probably says quite a bit about what kind of game it is. It literally shows everything in the worst possible light and just tells all kinds of terrible jokes continuously. I like it. Did I get a scroll of ancient, forbidden, unspeakable evil? I don't remember this. Oh well. Question is, which quest do we want to? Oh, I don't know. Judging by the humor in that last area, early internet. I mean, you know, it was a stick figure game. That makes it kind of timeless. Alright, let's go ahead and see what happens if we go to the Black Market. Or the Black Forest. 40 Shades of Black. As you round a bend of the path, you come across a strange man. A man dressed all in black clothes, wearing a black hat and carrying a black guitar case. "Excuse me, I'm looking for the..." "I know what you seek," says the man in black. "And as sure as the night is dark and the day is light, this will lead you to it." He hands you a map. This map is blank. Are you sure this isn't a map to the blank market?" "Keep your eyes wide open all the time, for your path is fraught with peril, and you cannot reach the black market by walking the line. You must go there as the crow flies." As the crow flies? What do you mean? But it's too late. The man in black has already vanished. Oh well, I guess a blank map is better than no map at all, if you pretend that is. This is a black map. This is a black on a black map of the Black Forest. Okay. Black at... I see. Alright then. Take heed. The moral of this tale. Once there was an adventurer who was wandering around the Black Forest when suddenly he was attacked by a British comedy. The adventurer in that tale is actually you, and the Black Adder is just a black adder that slithered out of the underbrush and is attacking you now. I bet this area is so low level I can probably one-shot it with just... Oh, no. Alright. It tries to bite you in the leg, but its efforts are thwarted in comic fashion by its filthy and bumbling manservant. Yeah, that sounds like Blackadder. Oh, what is this? You find the black top sitting on the ground. You leave it where it is? What? Anyway, this definitely looks like the map. So are we filling out the map as we go kind of thing here? An adder bladder. Okay. This familiar is getting me a lot of items wherever I go. You buy a hermit permit. I do have a hermit permit, I think. I bought one of those already. You'll need sufficiently worthless items. This is the beginning of a level 11 quest. Oh yeah, so yeah, this is far below me. Cool. While circling the central district of Black Forest, you encounter a rather metropolitan-looking friar, dressed in severe black robes of the northern sects. The sight of you doesn't prompt him to throw a jubilee in your honor. In fact, he looks like he'd rather hammersmith you right back to the city. So this is a fine Piccadilly you find yourself in, Bakerloo. I'm not so up on my British shows like Doctor Who, Red Dwarf. Oh man, Red Dwarf, the first 4 seasons especially. Quite a few other things, but don't know a Black Friar. Don't know what we're referencing here. He starts to erect a monument in your memory, but then you point out that you're not dead yet. He tries to kick you, but misses by a mile. He must be barking mad if he thinks he'll win that way. I can just play with you. You're all too weak. Mornington Crescent Roll, baked by Mrs. Trellis of North Wales. This croissant reminds me of my youth in the little town of Taylor's Brook, and how we all rushed into the garden when the town crier announced that the baker's daughter, the lovely Samantha, was selling her goodies for only sixpence a roll. What does it taste like? Sorry, I haven't a clue. I'd assume it would taste like a croissant. Black Panther. Oh crap, it's a superhero! So you're passing through some low-hanging branches of the Black Forest. You hear the sound of twigs snapping, followed by a low, angry growl. You turn to find the source of the growl and see a small black beaver beating its tails on the ground and snarling at you with a menace in its beady little beaver eyes. As you walk towards the beaver to punt it out of the way, it's suddenly pounced on by a giant Black Panther. The panther devours the beaver in a single bite, then turns to face you. It tells you to fight the power, which you agree to do as soon as you have some free time. Okey-doke. Black Widow. Oh, great. Another superhero comes at me. As you pass through the Black Forest. Yes, start making predictions on what else will be in the Black Forest. Go for it. Shoot out all kinds of predictions. Okay, let me see. You suddenly find your foot stuck to a thick, sticky spider web. As you struggle to free yourself, you hear a noise behind you that sounds like weeping. You whirl to face a giant Black Widow, a hideous monstrosity of a spider who just hasn't been the same since her husband was killed by a giant exterminator. Kaboom. You find a row of blackberry bushes so thick you can't see what's on the other side. It's probably just more blackberries, but just in case, you mark the location on your black map. Aha! You find a moment of peace in the Black Forest. You pause to examine the map. This seems like a good opportunity to check out one of the places you discovered earlier. Points of interest like, well, we only got the one. Black Mamba. What was once a tidy hedge grove next to a cobbler's house is now a riot of blackberry bushes. Literally, like some of the bushes seem really, really angry. Fortunately, what fortunately was once a cobbler's house is still a cobbler's house. So if you're in the mood for something quieter than a riot, you're still covered. I'm going to attack the bushes. A regular blackberry bush is one of the most vicious things nature has to offer. It's all sharp thorns and rigid whip-like stalks and tangly brambles. Now imagine if one came to life. Actually, you don't have to imagine it, because it just happened right before your eyes. Yeah, this low-level stuff can't even... Oh, hey, look, blackberries. Oh, wow, it's a size 1 food that's actually good. It's a small, juicy blackberry. Businessmen sometimes use these to communicate with each other between pointless meetings, but normal people just eat them. That was terrible. A black magic woman. This is a woman who has delved deep into the dark arts. Her heart wasn't sufficiently dark to turn her into a full-fledged sorceress, but she's got some powerful spells up her ebony sleeves. Black magic women are similar to witchy women, but they can't quite fly as high, nor do they have the moon in their eyes. She tries to make a devil out of you, but you dodge her devilish intent. She tries to mess around with the tricks, but they're not tricksy enough. Ka-thump. Ka-thump, seen you too. So the only place we've got still this blackberry patch. Let's try the cobbler's house. Oh my gosh. Options. You step inside the cobbler's house and find a short man with a black hat working on sweet-smelling shoe with a variety of tiny, adorable tools. Black bear, that's a good one. Oh, Black Knight. That would have to be here. What? No, they couldn't remove the Black Knight. No, they couldn't remove the Black Knight. How could they do that? Oh, hello, I'm the blackberry cobbler. I make shoes out of blackberries. 3 would be enough for a pair. Would you like me to make anything? Galoshes, combat boots, moccasins, or slippers. Let's head towards the buzzing sound. It's a swarm of angry bees, which is not totally unexpected. What else buzzes in the forest? Stung in the arm, and the finger, and the eye. Ah! And the finger, and the toe. The bees continue to swarm around you, buzzing louder. You must be getting close to the hive. Either that, or there's a bee inside your ear. Or both, I guess. With all this pain, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on. My wrist, my cheek, my armpit, my neck, my lips. Oh my gosh. Come on, just fling sauce all around you to deal with them. It's a hive. You acquired a beehive. Well, it's a quest item. It's full of bees, is its description. This hive is filled with angry but currently sleeping bees. It must be popular. It's generating a whole lot of buzz. Alright, well, I've got a beehive. Oh, hey, a cozy cottage. Excellent. A blacksmith's cottage or an anvil testing facility with liberal workplace smoking rules. Could be that. So were they black bees? Do you need a beehive? You enter a black building, a squat black man seated on a squat black stool in front of a squat black forge burning with squat black flames. You squat next to him and he addresses you. Want anything blacksmithed? What sort of things can you smith? Pretty much anything black. This fire's weird. I would like... Ooh, maybe I could be a black knight. How about pants? I can do that. Aha, black armaments, 4 items. Okay, it's part of a set. Pretty good stats on this set. I should definitely follow through with this. A black pension check? Wait, what was that? A black lung? Yes, we just fall into a coal mine in the middle of this. Oh, come on, a picnic basket? You'd have to have a Yogi Bear for that. This is a black whisker basket, perfect for depressing picnics in a graveyard at midnight, where the dark miasma perfectly mirrors the rain in your hollow soul. Oh, there's a gold mine. No, we gotta finish the, okay, so we got pants. Let's get the hat. No, we're gonna go with a full set here. I must have it all. Screw your gold mine. We can always come for that later. Oh, hey, look, there's a black church, too. We're really filling this out now. You know, maybe we shouldn't go stray so far from the cottage. Maybe we should just kind of hang out there. At long last, you discover a trail leading to the black market. Frustrated that it took so long, you wonder why they didn't just put up a sign. But seem to remember what the black market is and realize that that would have been a bad idea. I'm not done adventuring in the forest yet. I want the full set. What? You have no priceless diamonds. No kidding. Can of black paint. Forged identification documents. That's what I came here. Ooh, exotic parrot egg. Red Zeppelin ticket. Oh, the luxury hotel of the skies. Where even a fall from the first story window is probably fatal. Well, I mean, alright, fine. I'll buy one of those too. I want those forged documents. I'd love to have a can of black paint and a black sheepskin diploma. Gives you erudite, plus 10% mysticality and some spell damage. This is the skin of a black sheep that has been dried and turned into official-looking parchment. Apparently, you are now a graduate from some university somewhere, though you aren't sure where, since black on black is really hard to read. It's probably some sort of wussy liberal arts degree anyway. Would you like fries with that? Let's see, we got black face paint. Like a football player. You dab some under your eyes, and you look meaner and tougher. You'll have to walk much slower to have the right effect. Black body spray. Radiating black body. This is a can of oddly scented body spray. You ask the black marketeer what's it made from, since the tag bears no useful information. Which is apparently a secret blend of old spices mixed in a vat with some sort of power stick. This stuff will make you smell incredibly noxious. We get the feeling that all the extra attention you'll get will make it hard to get anything useful done. And black cherry soda. Bottle of delicious soda from the black market. It's not sold at the black market because there's anything illicit about it, just because the guys who work here really like the taste. I don't know if I need any of these other things. I'll just, I got myself the black paint. So resistance to all elements. Alright, we could probably continue now. Take the identify documents and to the travel agency. I see. But I'm not done with the Black Forest yet. I want... Okay. And the sword. Okay, first things first. We're going to do the whole setup. I'm the Black Knight. Oh, quick, to the pretentious artist. That's a terrible tattoo. Your tattoos are getting worse and worse, sir. Ah, who cares? We're going to wander about the Black Forest dressed like this. Awesome. Okay, let's try the gold mine. You head to the mine and are almost immediately shrouded in complete darkness, making your way by feel, because all you hear is the pounding of your heart, and all you can smell is the wafting of your own fear. You reach a point where the tunnel splits 3 ways. Don't we have lanterns? Flashlights? Mage lights? Glow-in-the-dark sauces? I guess 4 ways, counting the way, back the way you came way. Alright, let's go left. Black gold! It's oil. This is a drippy chunk of black gold, hewn from the dark, rich rock beneath the Black Forest. You gaze into its shining surface, seeing visions of swimming pools and movie stars. Black gold, Texas tea. Meat pasting component. Apparently, I can use it for crafting. Huh. And that's twice we've referenced the Beverly Hillbillies song by Weird Al Yankovic today. Or maybe not. Maybe I just have that song stuck in my head right now. Go right. Texas tea. Hey. This tea is the equivalent of Texas toast, which is to say it's tea that's maybe 3 times as thick as regular tea. Down it gets more and more cramped until you're forced to crawl, which you do until you stop because you find yourself elbow deep in an underground stream. The stream is not made of water, but some sort of black liquid, or thickwid as you call it. You feel around for a coffee cup and grab some of the liquid to take it with you. You find that if you assume that you can always find a coffee cup no matter where you look, the world often goes out of its way to prove you're right. It's a weird world that way. Go down. Ah, you called it earlier. Black Lung. 30 adventures. Ah. You take the tunnel all the way down, which isn't saying much, because it only goes down about 4 feet. Opposed to the bottom of those 4 feet are filled with some sort of fine powder. Ah, now the bottom 2 feet of your lungs are too. Stops monsters from attacking you for 30 adventures. You can't stop coughing up clouds of thick black dust. It makes you sympathetic, and also the same thing, but without the sim. So no monsters for 30... That's a monster! You double over coughing. Your opponent can't bear the thought of attacking you. I see. So for 30 adventures, monsters don't get to attack me, huh? Not that that matters here, but that could be useful if I go... Ooh, what if I go under the sea? If I take Black Lungs under the sea... You walk into the black church and hide behind a pew. You notice a chanting group of black-robed cultists near the altar. You stumbled into a black mass. So you approach the mass of cultists, who immediately recognize your insufficient darkness and toss you on the altar in front of them. Last thing you remember is your heart being removed. Then everything goes black. What do you mean I'm insufficiently black? I'm the Black Knight. Look at me. Wow. It's a good thing we can sleep that. Oh my gosh, I have no adventures. Did it eat my adventures when that happened? Did it actually, like, wipe me out? Oh, well, good night, James. Thanks for dropping by. Alright, let's see. Oh, let's drink. What should we drink? Backwoods screwdrivers? Oh, that stuff's moonshine. You don't want to... Ah, whatever. 7 adventures? That's no good. Roll in the hay is usually okay. Those usually work. Yeah, I know. It was like a scene out of an Indiana Jones movie. It was horrible. I think pink ponies are okay, too. My drunkenness is getting... That's our limit. I don't want to touch another one or I'll pass out. Alright, we got to get back to the Black Mass. We've got 55 shots. We can finish this. The label peeled off an expensive bottle of booze. Kind of like the opposite of that Sheryl Crow song, because every day is not a winding road. I think that might be the only Sheryl Crow song I have kicking around. Every day is a winding road. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's not attend this time. Let's dive into the orchestra pit. Oh, hey, a kettle drum. You hurl yourself from the orchestra pit, the cacophonously landing in a heap of discarded instruments. Not a one of them is in playable shape, except for one that is, in direct contradiction to what I said, in playable shape is a drum, so you steal it. Ark. big-ass drum. Cool. I think tomorrow we might do the sea with black lung. I might actually try that combination. That might be what oh, look! Another back item. The black cloak is the crowning jewel of this season's line of sinister wizard fashions. Ooh, sinister wizard fashion. Sounds like my kind of fashion there. Alright, this is the last thing we can do. You back out the door. Oh. Well, I mean, if we're done, we're done. I'll just take some more black lung then, and, you know, we'll go on our way. So, do we want to pursue the travel agency thing? This uses 3 adventures. Oh, of course. What all do we have here? Fuzzy dice? Oh, it's a familiar. These blueprints tell you how to make a dinghy. Ah, A cheap toaster. Type usable. Meat globe. Quest item again. Huh. I should probably buy all the quest items. Yeah, I think I'm still wearing it. So I should buy all of those. But first... What? Can't I get out of this? What? You're about to talk to the agent. She notices your identification documents and grabs them. Ah, Mr. Abercrombie. Welcome. Your travel arrangements have already been made. Here are your tickets. You can board the ship at Dock 94. You go to the dock and board the ship, a luxury liner. You're wined and dined for the bulk of the sea voyage, and as soon as you disembark, you're shuttled into a stagecoach. Or stagecoached into a shuttle, you're not sure which. After a long and bumpy ride, the stagecoach, or shuttle, deposits you into the center of bustling bazaar. You look around to get your bearings, when you're suddenly grabbed by the shoulders and jerked into a darkened alleyway. A gruff, bearded man emerges from the shadows and speaks. I assume you've come for the diary. Well, here it is. I'll be glad to be free of the cursed thing. It's already cost me half of my fingers, and I'm eager for it to be someone else's problem. He hands you the diary and fades into the shadows before you can reply. Then, for no reason, someone hits you on the back of the head with something, knocking you unconscious. You wake up at your campsite, muttering to yourself about how all this cloak and dagger nonsense gives you a headache. This is the diary your father kept during his lifelong search for the Holy MacGuffin. A lot of it is useless, or at least really boring, but he seems to have found a handful of important clues in his search. Your father's handwriting was also infuriatingly small and sloppy. You'd forgotten about that. Alright, I guess we read it. Yeah. Huh. More song references. Sunken Eyes from the Black Adder. Man, I got a ton of quest items today. Alright, let's read this thing. Ah! Oh, dear. A fat egg. Swordfish is a password for something. Now, we've seen these in the Cloud Castle, so at least we know we can get those. Oh my gosh, this is one complicated mess, isn't it? This looks like a big complicated mess. You know what? We'll do this another time, eh? Yeah, we'll do that later. Not now. Let's adventure around and get things out of this gift shop, huh? Oh, hey, muscle point. Oh, enchantedness. All kinds of lovely vacations. Tons of vacations. All the vacations. It's fine. See, this is a much better way to turn your money into stat points than those stupid statues in the Adventurers Guild. Alright, let's see. I need the dinghy plans, the UV-resistant compass, and the meat globe. And I want the fuzzy dice, too. I don't know why I'd want the cheap toaster, though. I don't need no cheap toaster. I'm going to go back here. Where is... Aids in desert exploration. In what way? Oh, I'm not dressed as a thing if I put that on. Alright, let's get our dice. They twitch and roll on their own accord. What does it do? Allows travel to the mysterious island of mystery. I've already been to the mysterious island of mystery. You place a meat globe on your nightstand. What good does that do? Huffsleby does all sorts of crazy stuff. That's what it says. Ah. Presumably you'd need more than wings and eyes, wouldn't you? What was the exact name of that eye, or that wing again? Sunken eyes and... broken wings. Take these broken wings and learn to fly again. Anyway, alright. Very good. I have this thing that aids in desert exploration. Oh my gosh. I've never done the desert yet. The arid, extra dry desert. Let's stumble around that drunkenly for a bit. This is surprisingly animated, weirdly two-dimensional saguaro cactus. Pronounced saguaro. Oh, okay. With an impressive command of mathematics, of the mathematics of risk assessment. If consulted, it'd say the risk you incurred by attacking it is not worth the potential rewards you might reap. But you don't have time to consult it before it attacks you. Oh, really? Oh, I thought that it was because I equipped the Oasis. I thought it was because I equipped the thingy over here. The UV-resistant compass. But, it's because I read the diary, is it? Oh, 2% explored only. You're fighting an oasis monster. This monster appears to be a whirlpool in the middle of an oasis. It probably asked permission from its master to visit the lands beyond, then decided to stay and beat the crap out of unsuspecting adventurers. It stomps towards you, looking intent on throwing it all back to you. You try to figure out what you gotta do, but you really should have figured that out by now. Tries to look back in anger at you, but you advise it not to do so. Tries to bury you in the sand, but you decide you're going to be the one that saves you and runs away. Well, let's explore this a little more. Rock scorpion! As you're traipsing through the desert, you see a rock, but it isn't a rock, it's a scorpion. It's a rock scorpion, the biggest, baddest, and most muscular of all scorpions. It is known for arcing one eyebrow before it attacks, and secretes a natural oil so it's always glistening and shiny. If you're not careful, it'll cut you in half in a very, very unpleasant way. Well hydrated and equipped with your trusty UV-resistant compass, you continue to explore the vast desert. You see a cool rock formation you've never seen before. Oh, hey, cactus fruit. Cool. Giant cactus quills. Oh, you can use it as a spear. That is a giant one, isn't it? See another oasis, but turns out to be a mirage. A giant centipede. The centipedes of Loathing tend to be about 2 inches long. The giant centipedes are a foot long. The giant centipedes are 6 feet long. You could probably extrapolate then that this one is 36 feet long. But you're too busy trying to avoid being bitten to extrapolate much of anything. It charges at you, but some jarhead with a machine gun pumps a bunch of ultimately ineffective bullets into it. You double over coughing. Your opponent can't bear the thought of attacking you. Oh, all I've got was sand. Make stuff out of it. This is, well, it's a handful of sand. There's not much you can say about it. Sand, really. It's like dirt, only more granular. Spanish for sand is arena. If you had an hourglass to watch the sand fall, though, that'd be poignant and melodramatic metaphor. But you don't have an hourglass, so yeah, sand. Go ahead and count the grains if you want. Seriously, go crazy. We won't make you count 3 million, though. That'd just be rude. I remember crafting with sand in Notrium. Of all things. Oh, what's this? A siege in time. There was all kinds of stuff. I'll worry about the diary next time. It was a big mess, and I still have a slight headache from our adding adventures earlier. I hate sand. Are you speaking of the greatest romance ever written? Alright, let's see. The sun beats mercilessly down on you as you trudge through the desert. You can practically feel your eyebrows drying out and your skin baking in the heat. You'd like to tell that damn sun exactly what you think of it, but you're worried that all the moisture in your body would instantly evaporate in a puff of steam if you open your mouth. Is this a JoJo's episode? This sounds like something from Twilight Crusaders. How long have you been out here anyway? Hours? Days? The shimmering desert sands stretch out for infinity. What on earth made you think you'd be able to find the pyramid on foot in the middle of hundreds of miles of trackless wasteland? Seemed like a perfectly reasonable idea at the time. How are you not able to find a pyramid? It's kind of hard to miss something big like that. You desperately need some kind of transportation, or at least a guide, or at least a bar. Yeah, a bar would be real good. Then, way off in the distance, you see a small grouping of tents. Ah, what a relief. Maybe one of those is a bar. Why do you need a bar? You are a walking bar. You know how much alcohol you have strapped to your body right now? You need more? You start walking with renewed determination, estimating that it'll take about an hour to cover the distance. It ends up taking 12 minutes, because the tents turn out to be much smaller than you assumed. The camp is oddly deserted, not abandoned. The tents would have been buried in sand otherwise. And everything is eerily silent. As you stoop to investigate one of the odd little tents, is this gonna be a Gulliver's Travels moment? A sudden freak sandstorm gusts out of nowhere. You stagger back, arms raised to keep the sand out of your eyes. The whirlwind dies as quickly as it arrived, but you find yourself surrounded by a dozen gnomes dressed in sand-colored cloaks and black rubber jumpsuits. One of them, apparently the leader, steps forward, brandishing a small, glittering knife in a way that is not immediately threatening, but could become so extremely quickly. "Halt, interloper! This is our siege, and trespassers are not welcome." Sorry, not looking for trouble. I'm just looking for a pyramid." The gnome studies your father's notes intently and nods. "Yes, I believe I know the place you seek." He puts his knife away and shakes your hand. "I am Mazur, Gnaib of the Fremeg tribe. I will barter you knowledge in exchange for your assistance with a few minor tasks." He rummages in his pack and pulls up 3 pamphlets entitled Sun, Sand, and Sightseeing. Tourist brochures? I wouldn't have thought there'd be much to see out here. "That is why they are pamphlets and not hardcover tomes. But the maps included should help you in your search. And you'll give them to me in exchange for some errands?" Nasser nods, or possibly bows. "All right, what do you want me to do?" "3 things. In an abandoned village near the oasis, you will find a carved stone rose. It was a symbol of our people before the desert winds and shifting sands forced us to become nomads, and we wish it returned to us." "Find a stone rose. Check." Nasser points to the door of his tent, which is bright red. "The door of this shelter. I want it painted black." Well, that sounds simple enough. I've already got the can of black paint, so we're good. "And finally, I need a banshee's killing jar." "Oh, what now?" "Have you heard of a lich's phylactery? This is similar. Banshees use them to snuff out their remaining positive emotions and memories. They're also handy for repelling desert sandflies and such." "Right, so stone rose, black paint, killing jar." "Correct. For each of these items you bring to me, I will trade you one of these brochures." "All right, cool. It's a deal. One more thing. In our last move, our worm riding manual was mislaid. Oh, it's Dune time, is it? I fear the pages have been scattered about the desert winds by now. If you happen to come across any of them, I would appreciate their return. There were 15 of them." You ride worms?" "The giant desert sandworms. Those death machines? You ride those? That's insane and also awesome. Can you teach me?" Not without the manual." Okay, I'll be right back." Giving the Freeman a wave as you go. "Okay, great." The Fremen. These bugs, clearly, neither want to hold your hand nor be your man. They skitter along helter-skelter, looking for a chance to make you twist and shout. You feel like you should run for your life, or at least get some help. Well, Maxwell's silver hammer. A one-handed weapon. This hammer is perfect for bringing down someone's head and making sure that they are dead. If you're the type to spend late nights all alone with a test tube, you'll notice that the head of the hammer is magnetic. Thus, if you rotated it in a coil of wire, you'd make electricity. It's almost like electricity and magnetism are the same thing. Guy. Berzap. Savory truffle. Rocky raccoon. A hot date. Oh, that's terrible. It's an exothermic date. Ah, no! Scientists have studied the phenomenon of traveling stones. Oh, these are amazing. These are amazing. There are big, heavy rocks in the desert that they call them sailing stones. They just move. Like people will come and they'll come back and the stone will have moved. And it's completely flat. And they have weird theories as to why in the world it happens. I think it was like ice forming under it or something weird. It's just a thing. In the arid, extra dry desert for years, some speculate the rocks move because the wind blows them. Other scientists claim that theory blows, and the rocks become embedded in sheets of ice during the desert's rare deep freezes. Others claim the rocks move themselves. And now that you're up close, you can see that the rock's big full lips and long prehensile tongue probably have something to do with it. I've still got black lung. It's so OP, it's ridiculous. A handful of moss. Huh, looks like the old adage was wrong. You're fighting a blur. Try as you might, you can't seem to get your eyes to focus on the thing. It's vaguely anthropomorphic, but it looks like those t-shirts that try to convince you you're drunk. Or, you know, like t-shirts when you are drunk. You know, I used to live, like, practically right on top of Death Valley. I lived there for years. 130 above. Barstow. Barstow was like right next to where I lived. They built the world's largest thermometer there as a tourist attraction because they claimed the highest ever recorded temperature was recorded right there. You trudge across the empty sand surrounding the oasis, covering your face against the stinging sand-laden wind, and stop. It's almost as though you can hear something calling. Over the next dune, you discover a sandblasted remains of an old village. The huts worn down to their foundation. The streets are cold and lonely. And when you call, "Is anybody home?" you get no response. Then in the center of the ruins, you find it. A rose made of stone. A blossom the size of your fist, and cunningly carved. Or possibly the result of some very surprising natural erosion. You carefully chip the base of the rose away from the rocky ground and take it with you. Feels like this should be a reference to a song, but I'm not sure what. This rose is made of stone, not fool's gold. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but it is what the world is waiting for. Or, well, it's what the gnomes are waiting for. So you should ride on, driving south, and don't stop till you reach the Mercy Paradise. Okay. I got black paint, and I got the rose. Yep, because they're the Dune reference. What's with the suits? Do you recycle your sweat and urine into drinkable water to prevent dehydration? That's the most revolting idea I've ever heard. We wear them because they look cool. You think we pee in our suits and then drink it? Good grief. Do I? Holy shit, when did I get that? I literally have everything. He inspects it carefully and nods. He gives it to another gnome who wraps it reverently in a piece of cloth and carries it in one of his tents. Well done, my people, and I thank you. As agreed, here's a travel brochure to aid you in your search of the desert. Look, I really appreciate this, but didn't you say you knew where the pyramid was? Can't you just take me there, or at least draw an accurate map so I don't have to search the entire desert? Nasser solemnly rotates back and forth a couple times, which you guess is him shaking his head no. We cannot interfere with such a journey of personal discovery. That's... never mind. He hands you a paintbrush. You want me to actually paint the door, too? Must I humble myself to demonstrate my physical inadequacy to the task? He waves his little arms at you. Oh, all right. You brush a couple coats of paint on the tent flap, obscuring the bright red color. Why was it red to begin with? Who paints their tent flap, anyway? You don't bother to ask Nazer these questions, since you're pretty sure you won't get any satisfactory answers. Thank you! As agreed, here's a travel brochure which will aid you in finding that which you seek. You hand Nazer the jar, and he looks approvingly at the odd little will-o-wisp inside of it. Excellent! This should deter those desert gnats and flies. We cannot swat them effectively with our little arms, you see. How are there flies out in the deep, deep, burning, arid desert, anyway? He puts the jar in his knapsack and hands you a travel brochure. As agreed, here's a pamphlet to guide you to your goal. Alright, we should be going at, what, 5% a shot now? Is that right? 2%? And I'm sunburned. You collapse from dehydration. Why am I thirsty? I was just at the oasis. Why is it still 2%? I have all the travel brochures. Wait a minute, I didn't eat them yet. Okay, hold on. We need to eat our travel brochures. Of course. Oh, come on. Game. Are you Let's Playing yourself right now? You're Let's Playing yourself right now. It's my job to say things like that, not yours, game. Well, all right. We're 57% through now. Oops, I got it. Not the... Oh, okay. Effect. Ultra hydrated. Glug, glug. Man, that was some really, really wet water. You've never been less dehydrated in your entire life. You reach the pool of water at the very center of the oasis, and you're oddly compelled to drink from it. Actually, it's not that odd a compulsion. You're really thirsty. The moment the water touches your lips, you feel completely and utterly refreshed. This is by far the wettest water you've ever encountered. Proper hydration fills your every nook and cranny, even some crannies you weren't even aware existed before. Ooh, plague of locusts. No, I'm sorry, it's a plaque of locusts, with some pictures of notable locusts throughout history. It's a surprisingly animated plaque because everything is haunted everywhere in this world. And that's it, we're done. It's all over. We will have to wait until tomorrow to finish this desert. As for today, I could try to make stuff out of the sand. Well, we're going to begin... Well, we're going to, I guess, end with a fog murder. I've only got like 2 left. Oh no. No, wait. I only have like none left. Holy crap, that was the last one. Those were good. Alright, well, let's see. Ooh, I can eat a bit of cactus. 12 wizardliness. Lightning bolts of multicolored mysticality. Alright. You squeeze the moss, it makes you dexterous. Still not as good as the funk. The description? Oh no, what's the description say? Ah! I'll fix that in post. Thanks for pointing that out. Should have pointed it out 2 hours ago. It's fine, I'll fix it. How did I not catch that? It always makes me feel really embarrassed when anyway. There must be a place where I can just buy spleen items. Maybe I should be checking the shops at the border town. I should probably be digging around in the mall for those kind of things. If I could find some more Grimm's fairy tales. Wait a minute. Oh, hey. You can drop YouTube links in here. Cool. I'm not going to go to your strange links, though. It's not how... It's not... I don't think that that's actually an effective way to advertise. If it is, it's certainly not effective on me. Let's see. Come on. Oops. Did it have 2 M's? I bet it had 2 M's. Alright, let me try. Maybe no one sells them because they're too valuable. Oops. No, not Yales. Tails. Huh. I'm not seeing them. Oh, that's because 3 or 4. Oh, okay. Those are stores called Tail. Oh, okay. Whatever. I'm done for today. Until next time and every time. This is Hadriex signing off. Bye.